Well, hello there, YouTube, and welcome to what's turning out to be a cloudy June 22nd. It's 61 degrees out here. It's supposed to be cooler today. It's supposed to be quite comfortable, actually. I don't think there's any chance of rain. Just a little overcast. Lovely. I love the cool breeze. It's been warm the last few days. This feels really nice. Yes, there was airbag deployment. It's our curtain.
It is.
It's our hide behind curtain.
I know it. I like it.
Well, there, little woman.
Yes, little me.
It's Tuesday. It's not going to be as hot.
That's
it's
good.
Nice and sunny here in Vancouver.
It is.
Not so much in Toledo.
Which is good. Let it. That way it doesn't get too hot there.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Dog's all freaking out and stuff.
I know.
All right. Have a wonderful day there, little woman.
You too, Hubba Hub.
All righty. I'll see you in the passage.
All right. You have a good day.
All right. Loves you. Bye.
I love you.
Adam's down here programming. Oh, looks like it's done. He's doing it, so I'm not going to mess with it. But look what showed up 17 days later, which I guess I shouldn't complain because one of you guys commented saying it took 6 weeks for you guys to get them. So I look in the instructions. I thought it was a piece of cardboard, but it was actually 2 pieces of paper. I thought, dang it, the instructions are in German as well. But yeah, let's open the box and see what it looks like here. This will literally be the fanciest thing on that Royal Enfield, I believe. Those are nice. And that's the top out spacers. You put them underneath the bump stop because this lowers it enough that the rear wheel can come up and hit the underside of the fender. So I'll play with that a little bit first. Looks like I'll probably need them. They're just these little white gapped spacers. Actually, the instructions show how they go. There's your bump stop, and you put the spacers underneath there. So that will lower your travel of the shock as well. But that's like Harleys and everything else. That is the cost of lowering a motorcycle. And as you've seen, it can have other detrimental things as well. You still got to knock her skid pan off and beat that all back. But that's pretty cool. I'm excited about that. She's not going to take this thing off-road. I just need to be more diligent when I'm riding to avoid doing things because, yeah, I'll bottom it out. I weigh just a little bit more than she does. Well, I'll be a son of a gun. Look who stopped by. The $1 million bogan himself. No, not unless he's suddenly from Oregon all of a sudden. Good old Road King special. If you own one of these mistakenly labeled soft and hard, it's actually high and low. It's just controlling the ride height with the airbag. And then the sensor is reading that. It's funny to this day, I still get people, even with 2021 RTs where the dealer is forgetting this bolt does not come in there because the suspension is disconnected and the bike is completely bottomed out in the crate. So that shock is not connected on the bottom. Well, so that it doesn't do any damage, BRP leaves the ACS ride height sensor disconnected. But that soft hard, which should be high and low, is just airing that bag up. It's amazing to people that come in and go, well, I got the suspension set at the hardest setting. No, you're not adjusting hard and soft at all. You're just adjusting that airbag. And that's just ride height. But my point of bringing that up, on these old ones, make sure you're in the middle. That's why in later years, BRP took that off of there so you don't have control over it. And when you do that, you're changing the caster of the front wheel. You're doing this with the rear of the bike. You're changing the handling of the bike. The middle is where it needs to be at all times. And look in your owner's manual and do not exceed the load capacity of your vehicle. Passenger, driver, and gear. Because you're going to do a very expensive ACS pump replacement. Because the bike doesn't know any better. Now the new ones, I think 19, 20, and 21, there's codes and stuff that'll warn you when you're about to burn your stuff up. But, yep. Pro Caliber Ghost. But, yeah, you'll burn that pump right out. This one, actually, the motor is disconnected from the pump. I can activate it in buds and just go, just runs away. There ain't nothing there. This thing just rides bottomed out. So, anyway, just a little word of advice. Also, this is a one-way valve, and this is just the hose connector. It does not come with the new pump. Always replace your check valve. We've run into problems with that. And then we replace this because where it's at, it's a source of a lot of dirt accumulation. So better safe than sorry. Just put a new one on there. Because a hose leaking can cause some serious problems as well. Help the old in with the new. Made it home safe and sound. Looks like it's been cloudy here most of the day. It's 77 degrees now. But looking at, because the dogs always set the security cameras and stuff off, looks, for the most part, it was sunny here. But anyway, let's start the next episode of Squat My Ride. Let's go play with Kelly's Himalayan, see if we can lower this thing. So I decided to use the stand, but to pick it up evenly, it gets in the way of dropping the center stand, so the center stand's in the way. It's in the way of the links. But I can still get them out where it's at. So get everything loose, and I just go up and down with the jack as needed to take the links and swap them out. We'll see how difficult it is to get into these places. It'll all work out. We'll be all right. It'll work. Man. Her bike is filthy. Was that me that got all that dirt on this thing? Must have been. I don't think she's ridden in any dirty stuff. All right, let's work this thing out, for better or for worse. There's the linkages. There's your difference in length. So, it says you got to remove the shock to put these limiter caps above the bump stop. And the problem is the coils of the spring, I was thinking it was going to be wider, like that in there, and I would be able to slip them onto the shaft. But the bump stop is at the top, and the coil windings, all the tight windings are up top. So the shock would have to be compressed and the spring removed. And looking where that upper shock bolt is, I don't know if I can make that show up in there. You can see the shiny thing back there in the hole. I mean, do I have to take the whole air box and everything out to get to this? So this may, until I do that, I might not be able to ride this thing myself without making the rear wheel crash into the fender stuff. And worse yet, it could grab probably that license plate first. You know where that goes. It just gets sucked right into the back of the bike. But besides that bit of an issue there, this is the linkage. This connects to the frame right there. This connects to the solid part of the dog bones, or the linkage. So that's where these get their bearing, is they're attached tightly to that. And this is where the rear shock bolts. So basically this goes in and pivots on the frame. The shock pivots on this, and then the dog bones, the bottom side of them, pivot on that. And of course, these ride on these two links, one on each side. And then they have their own bearing, and you use the collar out of the stock ones. So while I'm here, I'm gonna pop all these bushing. It looks like they've done a great job of greasing everything. But since I'm here, let's go ahead and grease her up. I love my Maxima waterproof grease. We use this on dirt bikes and everything. It is really, really good grease. Almost all of us at the shop prefer it over the other brands. Works really well. And Ryan does a lot of dirt bike riding in the mud, and he pressure washes them, everything you're not supposed to do afterwards, but he takes them apart in the grease. He says it doesn't break down from the water that gets pushed in. He just does it, you know, every so often, just to make sure all the bearings, needle bearings, stay in good shape. So I'm gonna pull those out, pack them, and then I'll switch these over to here after I pack them good, and then we'll slowly start putting this thing back together. It is literally the simplest thing ever. I mean, you just look at it and you can see how the progressive linkage works on a monoshock system. Oh man, the disaster. No, we had no problems. Look at that. She's now 1.63 or something like that millimeters lower.
She be good.
I can guarantee you that stand is not going to work. Side stand, because I think looks like most people are taking 30 millimeters off of there, and that where it's at right now is only 13. So I can take that collar off, because this is, the threads are up here.
Right.
And just trim the bottom, use that little angle thing, and look, I scratched your side stand.
That's it.
Oh, I was even saying it's a sad thing that it's going to have to touch the ground. Too late now.
Too late.
She done been boomed.
Yep.
There she is. The Metisse 40 millimeter lowering links.
There you go.
Hot dang. This will be the last episode of Squat My Ride. Because, look at that, with slippers.
Yes.
That is one unbelievably squatted Himalayan.
That is way.
Dude, that thing looks like a street bike. That almost makes the front look tall. It's probably not sagged all the way down too, just sitting here.
Yeah, I don't have.
Yeah, the front don't look like it's all the way down.
I don't think I weigh enough to mushy.
Look at that.
That is way cool.
With your boots on, you will be flat-footed.
Yep. Oh, I can't wait.
How about that? You won't be
cool.
crossing any rock piles, I can tell you that from experience. I still haven't pulled your skid pan off and beat it back.
Well, I don't plan on going across any rock piles.
It's an adventure bike.
It is.
You got to hit some dirt sometime.
Well, I'll hit dirt, just not rocks.
Yeah. You can keep it. I can ride an iron just about anywhere I can take. I would take, well, not literally, but I mean for you and us together. So you're not going to have any problems. That's cool, Mama.
That's way cool.
That's really cool.
I'm so excited.
It's crazy how low that thing looks.
And if I put anything in there, it'd squishy it down more.
Yeah, that's what concerns me of getting that side stand shorter. It's standing up on its own, but it's a little more straight up and down. We'll see what we can do squatting that some more. You look right proper on your Himalayan there, Mama.
Oh, thank you there, Paul.
That's way cool. That's been a long time coming.
Yeah.
And then when we thought we had a solution there, it took another 17 days, but that's all right.
Yeah.
Patience is a virtue.
Yes, it
I just
is.
can't believe with them little old paper-thin slippers that you're almost flat foot.
I don't know. Let's see if I put my feet in front of the pegs.
Uh-huh.
I can almost go flat foot.
Abby, you
Never
knothead
in
dog.
front. But off to the side, you know, the pegs. right
That's
here.
way cool. What do you think, Abby? You could ride this thing. You think you could touch?
I believe
Huh?
you're such a little dog.
She is. She's, oh, even when she was a puppy.
I know.
Well, that's cool, Mama. Really, really cool.
Yes, it is.
Well, hello there, YouTube. How about that?
She's all good.
That ought to help tremendously.
Yes.
I'll have to pull that shock out at some point because I'm sure that thing's going to bottom out with me riding it. But anyway, how about that? Even had to lower the forks a little bit more. I was about 3 millimeters shy of 20 millimeters. Thought I slid them higher than that, but maybe not. But yeah, we'll have to try that out here pretty soon.
I know.
Hey, Mama?
I'm thinking Sunday probably
Heck
is
yeah.
going to be a good day.
Sunday's supposed to be over 100 degrees though, isn't it?
I know, we got to go early.
Yeah, early, get back.
Yep.
Yeah, heck yeah. That's cool. Really simple to install. I mean, super simple. My stand I used to lift it kind of got in the way, so I couldn't drop the center stand. There's a couple of things that just made it difficult for me. But having it in the air and being able to crawl underneath it is priceless. It was just a little awkward. And then she came out and helped. I was like, can you hold this center stand down again? Okay. You can access everything real easy. But anyway, on that, I think we're going to bounce.
Alrighty, well, thank you guys so much for watching. We really do appreciate it. We will talk to you tomorrow. Same smoke time, same smoke channel. Don't forget to give her a thumbs up. And you guys have an amazing Wednesday or Thursday.
Heck yeah. All right.
And we'll see you in the morning.
I reckon we will. Y'all show up now.
Yes.
Thanks for watching now. Bye-bye.